Yo, this P from Who's You. I want to give a shout out to Music City before we start this podcast today. I love this place is a pivotal space for creators, musicians, and all other sorts of arts coming through the community. And yeah, they got rehearsal rooms, a live venue, and also this podcast room. Come check them out. You can find them at musiccity.com or Music City in San Francisco on the Instagram. Thank y'all. Welcome to Who's You. Yo, Who's You?
Yeah.
Episode 3 of Season 2. Today, we got Elijah Malik, a good friend of mine, good brother.
Sir. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely great artist from playing an instrument to using his vocals. This is a whole different instrument in itself. This man knows how to make great art. The brand is built. Man, I love watching how much they work. Their work ethic is real deep over there. You know, from you and Antoine, y'all cooking.
Bro, I feel every time that I come by and see you, Loki, all the other people who just have like such an uplifting vibe, that's what the Bay feels like to me.
Yeah.
Like the people who are there to see somebody dope and collaborate with that energy versus try to one up everybody who you think is dope. So I really respect that about y'all too.
I love that,
Just
man.
the
I love
energy y'all bring.
Yeah, that's love.
I love to see you build, man.
Hey,
That's awesome. Yeah.
Nah, like I said, you're like a crazy. Watching you perform and how like quick your ear is really dope.
Thank you, bro.
Where does the ear come from? I know your family, your parents are some artists.
It comes from not being able to read. When
yeah.
you're illiterate,
Okay,
at least you
alright.
got to be able to listen, right?
I hear
You
that.
got to be able to learn the language somehow. So I feel like for me, just my ear has always been really good at telling when something feels off, when something feels right, and the practical. It's like the physical muscle memory of when you spend so much time with an instrument that you want to make sure that you can get there fast enough. So I feel like a lot of it just has to do with, like, I love being in tune with people. So I know a lot of vocalists, people who are just singers, and that's not my background really. My background is more so producing. So just in the studio, hearing music very closely over and over again, and then getting the chance to kind of pick and choose what sounds right. So then when I started doing it a lot more with jam sessions, then I feel like it was really easy for me to like focus on the different layers that are making a jam. I'm listening to the bass, the drums, the piano. And exactly. I'm always thinking, what can I add? Not let me be the main show. And that I feel like is my favorite way to jam.
Yeah.
That's super dope, man. When did you notice your ear or your production journey start? Like when did you go into production or music or like?
I don't know if any of y'all have done choir before. Choir was the place for me to really train how can I blend really well, because I've always heard music and had an idea of like, what if there was another guitar in that? And ever since I was a kid, I didn't even have the means to like make that happen, but I always heard the possibility for something else. And I think being a producer, which is the first skill I would consider, is all about executing your ideas. And that's why there's certain people, such as some controversial figures who may go by some close to Blanye Blessed, who I don't consider him to be like the best rapper of all time or the best singer or the best instrumentalist, but it's his ideas that is what created so much music that reached people. And I think that for me, it was a lot of my ideas that might sound really good to people versus the actual instrument of my voice initially.
Yeah.
And so now I'm in that phase of really trying to train myself to be a stronger performer. So I think it really comes from within, which is so dope, because that's something that anybody can have an idea and have input.
What helps you execute your ideas?
So I would say getting my hands on software the first time. A lot of people, such as myself, started off with like a little garage band. Or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Garage band, I think, is the opening key. It lets you get your hands on music and see how it's made.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you feel like you're the one doing it, then there's a certain type of energy behind like, oh, the possibilities are endless. I have an idea. Let me figure out what I need to do in order to make that happen. And then I got Logic Pro in 2020, so I've been producing since 2020 officially.
Yeah, it's
and just using all of the resources and hella YouTube tutorials to try and like figure out how do I get a specific sound out of my vocals or out of the beat.
I feel like YouTube University is underrated, bro.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
YouTube
you can learn a lot on
University,
that.
you could get a little inkling of anything, and it's just funny to see that we're kind of in a time right now of so many people selling courses
Yeah,
and acting like they gatekeep the knowledge when it's really
you can find
YouTube
it.
University is where most people who are selling courses right now got their stuff. They got it for free,
Yep.
and they're like, I learned all this for free.
Yeah.
Y'all got to pay for me to tell you about it, though. And I'm like,
New
you can find it,
pyramid schemes.
Right, right.
New
Low-key,
period
dude.
we're
schemes.
in the, you know what? I feel like we're in a new Egypt right now. We got all of our pyramid schemes going at the same time.
Dude, and a lot of them are working. That's the craziest thing is like if you find your lane, whether some people be literally good at just posting other people's memes.
Yes.
And they make money off
Yes.
of that shit. And it's like finding your lane
It's crazy.
and running with it.
Even
It's
clippers too. The people
Yep.
clip videos
Right?
and just like get a YouTube channel.
Because,
Just
I mean,
blow
like,
up,
hundreds
bro.
of thousands of dollars off that shit.
Attention is a currency nowadays.
Mhm.
And there's so
Yeah.
many people who are learning how to capitalize on that, but it's also kind of it's making everybody's brain a little bit more foggy, I think. When
sure.
everything is constantly competing for attention and everyone is. I think genuine things like this, like y'all are some real genuine people. And
So are you,
those
man.
types of
Appreciate it.
things, I think you're willing to it almost calms the ADHD a little bit when you're around somebody genuine because you maybe feel a bit more comfortable to not have to bounce around the entire
Yeah.
time.
Where your
But yeah.
brain's not in 7 different places.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you-
come. So you lived out here and then lived out in Germany. How do you feel that mixture of those worlds kind of helped you become who you are as a person, not just an artist?
Yep.
That I appreciate that question because I feel like the funny thing, the quick breakdown is, was born in Germany until I was 9, then moved to America. My grandma worked at Nike, so I was in Portland for a few years, and then I went to college in DC, and post college I moved here in San Francisco.
Okay.
And San Francisco is my favorite culture that I've experienced so far because it's a complete contrast to Germany.
Mhm.
I'd say Germany is a lot of like that's structure, that's rules, that's regulations. It's a lot of a lot of people here care a lot about healthcare and the way in which your government takes care of you.
Right.
And I think when you're living in a different country like Germany, your government will take care of you, but you may not be able to reach the heights that you can reach here as an individual. Like,
Interesting.
I think that I would say that German culture has to do a little bit with like staying in your lane most of
Yeah.
the time. And America, there's a lot of disruptors. There's a lot of people who are like breaking the mold or making their own path. So I really enjoy that about living here. But I'm about to be back in Germany next week with a couple of my friends for 3 concerts.
Hey.
So I'm really excited. Like this has never been the consistent phase. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to be here next week, but it feels so good to just be in a place where whether I'm actively like on my phone every day trying to get things going, that there's a little bit of momentum that I just feel like I gotta let the wind take me wherever it's taking me and
Yeah.
just practice to be the best performer I can be.
Keep us updated on how that goes, man.
What
That
was
sounds
the
sick.
transition from being like, all right, I'm going to school, being a student, to I'm an artist? You go
Yeah.
find me. When you talk to me, it's about art.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people can't dictate and switch from like, oh, I go to
Totally.
school for this, and it's like, well, this is who are you now?
Yeah.
Who are you outside of that? Because
Right.
this is just the potential of who you're gonna be. But like as an artist, we know the potential of who I could be might not who I ever get to be.
That's like literally the way that you just described that. I feel like it took a full like year and a half of post college. I graduated 2023. I'd say 2024 was a full year of just being like, I don't know what I'm doing. My degree was in psychology, so I got a bachelor's in psychology, which felt like it helps you in everything, but it didn't really give me any direction of where to jump from, what I'd been doing up until that point. So I think literally I would say coming to the Fate for the first time started giving me a foundation because I'd been doing a couple of open mics in different places,
Wow.
met a few friends, but literally coming to the Fate, seeing a community that was already there was the first time of me getting to see a bunch of people interact. Like, what is it like here, the vibe? And I just genuinely really enjoyed that because y'all were so comfortable in that environment. I was like, this feels like a living room, bro.
That's awesome,
And I was with
dude.
it.
That's
and
awesome.
I think just getting to see people be very, the word that I keep coming to is comfort. Because that's how I think art should make you feel. A lot of people will put their personal, very deep messages into their art. So if you're feeling like that's going to be disrespected by you sharing it, I think a lot of people will
Yeah.
shy away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a
And-
little closed off.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd say is this right here. This is what made it easier to come into my own when it comes to like presenting my music, because I don't like to be pretentious.
Yeah.
I don't want to come across as if I think what I'm doing is more important than something else.
Yeah.
I just like to put myself in a position to share what I can do, and then the people who really vibe with it will vibe with it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's fine. That's how I feel about it.
Mhm.
It took a lot of time to be like, when I walk into a room, I'm telling you, oh, yeah, I do this, instead of being like, oh, yeah, what can I do for you? Like,
Yeah.
this is who I am. Type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That's
definitely
really
think
cool, man. That's the second time we've heard that today about the Fate open mic.
Mhm.
That's so dope.
Yeah.
Check out the Fate Open Mic.
Yeah, that's a good
Tuesdays.
plug.
And
That's a
check
good
out these
plug.
guys, because
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like the vibe of the Fate was also so much determined by who is there.
Yeah.
And I think when you have some people in the community who are just great hosts, or just people who will invite people up on stage, saying that you can either be the greatest performer and get up there and you'll hear a lot of really talented people, or you'll find some people who are doing their art for the first time, and it's so sincere to watch the entire crowd be like, if they make a mistake, they'll clap and just cheer them on
Yeah.
because they want them to get through that hurdle.
Yeah.
Totally.
And I think that can keep people coming back.
When was the first time you performed alone?
That's a really good question. That's the type of question where there's so many memories that came through my mind, and it's hard to tell when the first time was, but I feel like the first times I really performed alone was in high school. My mom was encouraging me to do a sort of open mic there.
Okay.
And my freshman year wasn't doing anything. Sophomore year, she was like, you should try out for this thing called Apollo's Unplugged. That was our school mascot. And I ended up doing Apollo's Unplugged and trying to play guitar and sing at the same time. And I think my first performance went relatively well, but it was noticeable, like, it takes a lot of focus to sing and play the guitar at the same time.
Yeah.
And since then, I've just aimed to always get better at that, because that's how I notice the stage doesn't feel so empty. When it's just you, like, there with a mic, I have
Yeah.
the confidence now to do that.
Yeah.
But I didn't have that confidence at the time, and the guitar felt kind of like a safety net, but now it just feels like an addition.
Yeah. Yeah, it takes
That's
a lot
awesome.
of breaking walls.
Yes.
Self-conscious walls.
Yeah.
For sure.
Because everybody's looking at you, and the point is to entertain. The point is
Yeah.
to show them something, and
Give them a reason to watch.
exactly.
That was kind of like my good attribute I was always good with, is like, people were always looking at me, so I was like, I'll give you a reason to watch, whether
Yes.
it's sports, whether it's
Yeah.
dancing, whether it's having fun.
Right.
If I'm in Walmart, you watching me,
Give them
Yeah.
something
but
to
I
look at.
promise you gonna have fun, because I'm a vibe. I'm gonna make sure I give you something to
I'm a
watch.
vibe.
I ain't gonna steal nothing, but I'm gonna act a fool. It's like,
yeah.
why you watching? You want to watch something?
I'm glad you
know?
preface that you're not stealing nothing.
You know? No, because I hate
I didn't make the
stealing.
same preface, and I didn't hear you say that
No.
either. So
You know, I
Look out.
love my friends hated me. My friends would get mad and annoyed because I would just be I would be having too much fun,
Yo.
bullshitting.
You know,
Yeah.
exactly.
You know?
I was like, that's your signature right there.
You just have to. You
And I
gotta let go.
respect. I love when people have kind of like people who are characters in some way, not meaning that they have to be that all the time. But when you just see a specific attribute about people that you're like, I don't see that in many other people, I think that lightheartedness is really contagious.
Yeah.
You know.
Off top, just genuine energy, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
absolutely.
like circulates.
Frequency.
Yeah, for sure.
you
For
know?
sure.
It
Yeah,
makes,
the vibe.
It makes comfort easy. That's what I learned the most. It's not easy to be comfortable, because like, I'm never comfortable. I would show up to open mics and sit outside and be like, I ain't going in. I'm not comfortable yet. And then I would be like, I take that as a learning lesson for the next time I go. Why I
Absolutely.
won't feel comfortable, when I will be comfortable, how to work with it.
Yeah.
Like, also how to do things uncomfortable, because I can't always be comfortable when I want to do it.
Yes.
You have to break that wall and rip
That's
those off.
super true. I think a lot of people will get caught up in this idea that it's supposed to feel comfortable or good right away, and I think it goes down to deeper levels. Even when you're trying to change and grow as a person,
Right.
there will be some boundaries you encounter that feel like very uncomfortable, and that's a sign to some people that they should stop.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, this is way too uncomfortable. Let me probably not do this. And it's really, I think it's important to build discernment. Find out what is the right type of uncomfortable and
Right.
what is dangerous things you don't need to be a part of.
Yeah.
Because there is both of those things that exist, and it's kind of confusing sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah.
We got a minute left, so we're going to
Yeah.
hit a power hour.
Yeah, go for it.
Favorite cartoon?
Adventure Time.
Okay, that's
That's a
fair.
good answer.
Favorite album?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
That's a really tough one. Okay, I'm going to say Absolution by Muse.
Okay.
They're a British rock band, and I used to listen to that all the time.
Fuck.
I like that.
I'm gonna check that out.
Uh-huh.
I would love to check that out.
Favorite movie?
I'm going to say Avengers Endgame. That was an amalgamation of so many years of shit that I loved. I love that. Avengers
I
Endgame.
can respect that. That. And why do you choose art over anything else?
I think art is one of the only places where I get to channel all of my ideas, and that's what people are coming for. So I think it's kind of like no matter what, you're probably selling something or you're participating in the exchange of some sort of service or good in the society.
Right.
And when you're an artist, I think what people are coming for is you are the art. They're there to see what you think, and I like to share my platform. I'd like to have a voice that can reach people and do something good with it. So that's definitely why I choose art.
Making an impact.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Do you have? Do you want to plug any of the Germany shows? You want?
Absolutely.
Any shows coming up?
Oh yeah, anything really.
Yeah. So I have 3 shows. One in Zurich on the 5th or the 4th. I think it's the 4th. And the 11th, I'm going to be performing in Heidelberg, Germany. And then the 12th, my favorite show is going to be in Hamburg, Germany, and that is where I was born and raised. So if anybody is familiar with those places are going to be there, definitely check it out. And other than that, we up in the Bay and we active.
Hey.
Do you have a message you want to leave any other artists, your future self, your younger self?
Yes. The first message that came to mind, and especially in a setting like this, is work with your friends and start to take it seriously as if you're already a business. You know, find people that you can count on, because creating the art is so much more fun and is so much more. I think there's such strong legs when you're working with multiple people. So when I'm with a community that, even if it's just three friends together, like, there's a lot that I think we can achieve together. And it's not about making it to the top and being the number one. I think it's going to be so much more fulfilling if you get people with different skill sets to assist you on your journey and support you. So try to find those people to make your way up instead of thinking that you're going to find them when you're at the top.
Fire.
Damn.
100%.
Can't do it alone.
You really
No,
do.
absolutely
You
not.
know what I mean?
At the end of the day, you do end up celebrating with the people you came with.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
try to
Right?
meet
Those are
them
going to
up
be the
with-
people who are the most hyped to actually see you win.
That one
Yeah.
picture with your favorite artist is not going to do the same as seeing your best friend
Right?
win too.
Yes. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
it's all about loving your community and appreciating where you come from and like the people you do have around you while you have
Very
it.
true.
It's like today I posted like I'm not grateful enough for the people I do have around me because I don't get to see them all the time. I can't reach
Yes.
out all the time, and it's like I'm grateful that I get to have you in my life on this
Yes.
journey. Or you gotta show me a way of thinking for a little bit, or you gotta help me develop.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's like without those people in my life, I would have been a dickhead or just somewhere
Right.
else doing something, or could have been dead.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
you never know without
Where that
having
would've
those
taken you.
influences or having just one small friend in your life would have led you.
Right. Right.
So it's like those having people around you keeps you from empty rooms.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
because you're gonna get enough in the tomb.
Yeah.
That's
right.
what I'd be feeling about that. But
Thank y'all so much for
No,
having me,
thank
guys.
you.
It's
Thank
really
you,
nice
man.
to even just a
Thank
little
you.
speed round like this.
Now
is
we go
incredible.
we go run a part 2. Just
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I was going to do a part 2, whatever.
time crunch
Yeah, feel-
today, but nah, man, I appreciate you for coming through last minute.
Thank you.
I hit him up
Thank you
last
for having
night. Brother came through. Again, this is Elijah Malik. Y'all gonna remember that name very
Yes.
soon, I promise. Go check out
Stay tuned.
Cranberry, please.
Yeah, thank you, guys. And there's a new EP dropping July 3rd. It's called For
heard
You
that?
and You, and that music is coming out. 8 songs.
Yes,
So
sir.
thank y'all.
8 songs.
Damn.
You
Y'all
hear
heard that
that?
here
New
first,
music
right?
coming.
This is the first extra
Yeah,
I
I like that.
Of course.
Again,
Yeah.
it's Passage, Jono,
And I'm Elijah.
This is love, peace from this side. Remember, go to your community, be talking to your friends, and also create with your community.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's when it feels the best.
We appreciate y'all.
And
Peace, y'all.
peace.